My stepmother booked our family ski trip but put me in the storage room while everyone else got suites, so I introduced her to the resort manager's upgrade policies. When Dad married Vivian 3 years ago, I knew she barely tolerated me, but this was a new low, even for her. There was a mix-up with the reservations, she explained sweetly as the bellhop led me down a service corridor. This was the only space left. The room was a glorified closet with a cot, no windows, and the lingering smell of cleaning chemicals. Meanwhile, my dad, Vivian, and my 2 stepsisters got connecting suites with mountain views and fireplaces. At dinner, Vivian made a show of posting Instagram stories about our perfect family getaway, carefully cropping me out of every shot. "Poor thing looks tired," she told the waiter loudly. "Maybe room service would be better for you tonight, sweetie." My stepsisters giggled. Dad said nothing. That's when I spotted him, the resort manager making his rounds. I'd done my research on this place. 5-star luxury, celebrity clientele, reputation built on exceeding expectations. "Excuse me," I called out, approaching his table. "Could I speak with you privately?" Vivian's face went pale. In the lobby, I explained the situation calmly. How my family had paid premium rates for a luxury experience, but I'd been relegated to what was essentially a storage closet. "I'm studying hospitality management," I lied smoothly. "This seems like a fascinating case study in customer service failures." His expression darkened as I showed him photos of my accommodations versus their suites. "This is completely unacceptable," he said. "Let me check your family's reservation." Within minutes, we discovered the truth. Vivian had specifically requested the cheapest possible accommodation for me while upgrading herself to the presidential suite using the money Dad had given her for my room. She'd pocketed the difference, nearly $800. The manager was furious. Not only had she committed fraud, but she'd violated the resort's policies about minor guests' accommodations. "Ma'am," he approached our dinner table, flanked by security. "We need to discuss your reservation modifications." Vivian tried her practiced smile. "I'm sure there's been some misunderstanding." "The misunderstanding is booking a minor into unauthorized accommodations while falsifying payment records," he interrupted. The entire restaurant turned to watch as he detailed her scheme. How she'd told the front desk I was her assistant, not her stepdaughter. How she'd forged Dad's signature on the payment authorization. Dad's face cycled through confusion, realization, and rage. "You used my daughter's college fund to upgrade your room?" His voice cut through the restaurant's stunned silence. "She doesn't need luxury," Vivian hissed, her mask finally slipping. "She should be grateful we brought her at all." "Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to settle your bill and vacate the premises," the manager announced. "We don't tolerate fraud." The next morning, I watched from my new corner suite, complimentary with the manager's apologies, as Vivian loaded her designer luggage into a taxi. Dad had confronted her that night, and apparently their marriage wouldn't survive this revelation of her true character. My stepsisters chose to leave with their mother, rather than face the embarrassment. Dad knocked on my door around noon. "I'm sorry," he said simply. "I should have protected you." "You didn't know," I replied, though we both knew he should have paid closer attention. "I'm filing for divorce," he continued. "And I want you to know, everything I saved for this family, it was always meant for you first." Later, as we sat by the fireplace in what was now our shared suite, he asked how I'd known to approach the manager. "I learned from the best," I said, thinking of all the times Vivian had manipulated situations to her advantage. "Sometimes you have to use people's own tactics against them."